Hey, welcome back. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through investigating the reason why we might not be experiencing our sat, chit and underness. The reason why we're doing this is because unless we can identify the root cause of not experiencing this, then we might start trying to find solutions that aren't actually helpful, that we might try to do 1,001 different things, but unless they're being applied to the actual problem, then it's just going to keep, the same state of incompleteness, a lack of contentment, lack of peace, a lack of happiness in place. So you could think about it in much the same way as when a patient goes to see a doctor. He goes there because he's got a problem, and it's up to the doctor to actually identify what that is causing that problem. Because if he doesn't identify what is the true cause, then he can't administer a treatment plan to actually fix it. And if he identifies the wrong cause, then his treatment plan will actually be wrong, and at the end of that treatment plan, the symptoms will still persist. So that's what we'll be doing today, is taking a look at this whiteboard to actually start identifying the reason for not being in a state of sat, chit and underness. So first of all, I'd like you to remember that state, sat, chit and under, which I've just called the awake state here, is a state that is eternal and it's unchanging and it's self-sustaining. So if it's unchanging, then this awake state can't actually change at all. So that's the most important thing to keep in our awareness, because as we go along, that's the thing that's going to make everything else just a dream that can be let go of. So what we can say, and the ones who have got back to this state have said, is that it does have this ability to shield its own nature from itself. So that is what is designated here by the red line, is being able to kind of throw covers over if we're on our bed, we can throw covers over and we can block out the light. So it's like a veil of forgetfulness, that we have this kind of masking power, which a psychological term would be called denial. So we can deny who we are. And when we deny something, we repress what we have denied. So we push our waking state out of our awareness, and now we start to experience something new. So the opposite of the awake state would be a sleeping state. And in our sleeping state, this new entity arises, which we'll define in greater detail in further videos, which is called the dreamer. So this is kind of the new thing that takes life, other than what it is in the awake state as this all-encompassing sat, chit and under. And then the dreamer, obviously, he creates dreams to have an experience in his sleep of being other than who he really is in reality. So that's the important thing to remember. The takeaway point is that all that the awake state can do is shield itself. It can't change itself, but it can deny who it is and repress who it is, and then have a seeming different experience. So I understand if this is all new, these new concepts, but just be patient and feel free to obviously ask questions about this, but just be patient, because we are at the start of the training, and all of this is going to be, we're going to go deep into it all, so it'll all become clearer in time. However, what I would encourage you to start investigating and exploring is that state of having this ability to do it every night when we go to sleep. So if we think about our experience, that when we lie in our bed and we close our eyes, we have this inherent ability to completely deny our experience, deny who we are when we're awake in the world, and repress it out of our awareness, and then create this whole new dream in our sleep. So if we can accept our ability to do that, then why not accept that same ability to do it at the macro level, that we can have this ability to push out of awareness who we really are and have this new experience, which is just a dream. So as I said, feel free to ask any questions about today's video. Otherwise, I'll see you soon.